Isekai.
Rebirth of the Malicious Empress of Military Lineage, Chapter 201, Descending. Darn it. Zi Jingxing suddenly turned around and instructed Mo King and the few, escort Furin out of the outer fields. Tai Yi, follow me, Shin Miao said, you are going to the inner fields now. The uneasy feeling in her heart got heavier that Shen Miao almost had the urge to pull Zi Jingxing back and prevent him from leaving. Zi Jingxing looked at her deeply and there was a seriousness in his eyes for the first time. There are changes to the plan. Shen Miao clenched her hands to fists and looked at him. I will wait for your return. Zi Jingxing did not speak anymore and turned the horse head before whipping it as Tai Yi followed behind. As the two of them gradually got further away, their figure disappeared from the dust clouds that the horses made. Shen Miao tightly held the reins as she sat on the horse's back. At such a time, she no longer had any mood to wander around in the outer fields by herself. Mo King said, Furin, let's return. Shen Miao nodded her head and Mo King, with a group of guards, escorted Shen Miao out. Despite this, Shen Miao's heart was still thumping loudly non-stop and she kept on trying to calm herself down. She started to think carefully about every small details of the matter. There seemed to be serious danger towards today's matter. Emperor Yongli's position in Great Liang's court was not as stable as one imagined. In it, the Lu family's army were more critical and there seemed to be rebellious intention, and the most important thing was that the Lu family was the late emperor's power. Could it be that there was something between Emperor Yongle and the late emperor? It seemed as if some emperor was unwilling to pass the throne to the son. Could it be that Emperor Yongle's position was not passed down in official methods and some means were used, so the late emperor was resentful and would still lay a big net even after dying for so many years? In order to pull him down the horse one day, Zi Jingxing and Emperor Yongle should have made some arrangements for this, but one did not know why Emperor Yongle went into the inner fields and headed to Huafeng Peak. There were only two possibilities. First, someone in the Imperial Army forced Emperor Yongle and thus Emperor Yongle was forced to enter the inner fields early. Second was that this was Emperor Yongle's own intention and it was a sudden decision and did not discuss it with Zi Jingxing. Shen Miao felt that it should be the second one because there were still some officials and other people walking in the outer fields. Even if there were people with evil intentions hiding in the Imperial Army, they would not choose to take action here and would definitely let Emperor Yongle enter the inner fields and take action without anyone around. But why did Emperor Yongle enter in advance, and what decision made Zi Jingxing so nervous that a grim look, that Shen Miao had never seen on Zi Jingxing, appeared on his face? She walked groggily with the horse and an eagle flying past gave a long shriek. Her heart suddenly went alive and an incredulous thought entered her mind. However, that thought was quickly rejected by him as she shook her head and secretly pressed her heart. After leaving the outer field, at first glance, she saw Ji Furin. Ji Furin did not enter the hunting grounds with Ji Darren and was waiting outside. Since Shen Miao did not have any acquaintance in Long Yi, she went up to greet Ji Furin. Why did Wang F of first rank come out so early? Ji Furin smiled. One thought that one will play longer inside. There are a lot of foxes in the outer fields and if one is lucky, one will be able to see black foxes. The scarf made from their fur are warm and beautiful. Shen Miao smiled gently. I only followed them for the fun and bustle and do not know how to hunt. She then looked at Ji Furin and said, Furin, no need to call me Wang F. Since we are relatives, it is alright to call me Zhao Niang. As such, I can thicken my skin to call Furin Yi Mu. Ji Furin was startled, then her smile got much warmly. So Jingxing had told you about it. In this case then I would not do all those headache things and just call Zhao Niang. Shen Miao smiled. Lu Zuyan did not have sisters and only brothers, so she only had Jiu and no Yi Mu. Thus it was refreshing to now have an additional Yi Mu. But seeing Ji Furin's dignified self, she seemed to be one who knew the situation and her words were straightforward. Shen Miao thought about it and find that it should be as such. Else how would one be able to raise Ji Yushu with such a personality? Ji Furin pulled Shen Miao's hand and led it another way while speaking. Today Jing Xing and Xing's entered the hunting grounds, so you and I will wait outside. When the sun sets, they would return, and at that time both of you can come to the Ji residence for a meal. Speaking of which, after Jing Xing's return this time, he had not gone to our residence for a meal. Shen Miao smiled and complied, and instantly thought about Zi Jingxing and started to be somewhat worried before asking, Yi Mu, the fight in the inner fields, is it dangerous or not? One fear that it is not easy to hunt a lion. Ji Furan signed. This was the regulation that was established during the founding of the country. After so many years, it was originally abolished, but at the end the late emperor. She suddenly stopped and looked at Shen Miao with a smile. You need not worry. The imperial army is brought along, and even though the beasts are ferocious, those guards are not vegetarians. Moreover, both brothers have martial arts skills and are not idlers with no strength to kill a chicken. It is more than enough power to protect themselves. When Shen Miao heard it, she also smiled along, but in her heart, it seemed that Ji Furan was not aware of matter. If she knew, she would not reveal such a relaxed expression. That imperial army was not as safe that they looked on the surface. Ji Furan was not one who could discuss matters with, and at this time Shen Miao was somewhat regretful as she should bring Pei Lang along. At least now she could discuss matters. She did not know anyone in Longyi and knew nothing about Zi Jingxing's arrangements. Thus it was not good to make other arrangements. The outer fields was far from the edge of the grove. Thus there would be breeze. Because those who came were nobles, there were a lot of ice that were transported over. Currently it was refreshing, and a few young ladies and Furans were sitting there as they drank tea and eat snacks. When they saw their family returning and bringing some hunted prey, they felt happy and went up to show off. It was really an interesting way of entertainment. Shen Miao's heart gradually sank. She looked at the faraway Huafang Peak. It was so far away that one could not see it. Everyone here was happy chatting, but who knew if it was a scene of fighting and killing? Was the fight with just a lion, or was it with a golden dragon of 9 heavens? Just as she was thinking, someone walked over. Shen Miao looked up and saw that it was that sharp and silent Yi Furan. Yi Furan walked to Ji Furan's side and sat down before smiling to Ji Furan. Why did you not enter? How would I know how to hunt? One is only merely watching. Ji Furan also smiled along. Even though the Ji family and Yi family did not have much interaction, on surface, one had to do what needs to be done. After Yi Maokai's official rank was not much different from Left Minister Ji and was a little higher. Ji Furan said, Yi Furan also did not enter? I will not enter. Yi Furan waved her hands. My body of bones will not be able to withstand the horse movements at all. Her gaze landed on Shen Miao. Why did Wang Fu of first rank not enter? Just now one had seen the prince of first rank accompanying Wang Fu to enter. Why not play a while more? Shen Miao's heart thumped. Yi Furan's words seemed to be probing something. Could it be that she knew of the matters in the inner fields? The Lu and Yi families were special, and it was worth noting. She said, the sun is too big and one feel dizzy in the outer field, thus one return first. Afterwards she then put on a slight disappointment look. Moreover, I don't like to see scenes of killing. Ji Furan smiled. Rui Wang Fu is soft-hearted, but this is of no wonder. Even ordinary females would not be willing to see rabbits being killed. Seeming afraid that Yi Furan would continue to interrogate Shen Miao, Ji Furan changed the topic on purpose and asked Yi Furan, speaking of which, some days back, one heard that young Master Yi's illness erupted again. Is he better? Young Master Yi. Naturally this was referring to the son of the Yi family that the concubine birthed to and was raised under Yi Furan's name as a son. When Yi Furan heard it, she said, still alright. It is an old illness that would be painful when it rains, and there has not been any way out of it. Her tone of voice was of indifference. Shen Miao later learned from Bajao that this young Master Yi was the son of the Yi family on surface, and the servants all treated him respectfully, but behind his back they all felt that he did not have any future. Yi Furan only treat him alright on the surface and did not really care about him. Shen Miao felt that this young Master Yi, that she had not met, was a bit pitiful. Ji Furan then talked to Yi Furan about some other matters. Most likely it was deliberate, to move Yi Furan's attention to somewhere else. Afterwards, Yi Furan seemed to be impatient and got up to leave. Shen Miao and Ji Furan then sat down again to wait. The sun gradually set and there was no signs of Emperor Yongle and Zi Jingxing. Shen Miao instructed Mo King, "Go and inquire if there are any information of them." Ji Furan smiled, "One must not be worried. There have been times that because of the patience required for hunting, time would often pass quickly. The routes in Huafeng Peak are too steep and it would not be easy to move around in the dark, thus one would wait to the next day to return." Even though the words were as such, the slightest anxiety in her eyes was caught by Shen Miao. Shen Miao did not know if she was too sensitive or if she did not know about some things of Zi Jingxing. She might be able to really be assured, but this time she had a bad feeling about it and knew that Zi Jingxing was not as calm as he looked on the surface when he left, so her heart was tightly hanged up. The sun set behind the mountain and the skies gradually became dark. The emperor had yet to return, and other than a few young ladies and some female members who returned, the officials were still around the hunting grounds. When Shen Miao asked Ji Furan if this was the first time like this, Ji Furan said, "It is not the case, but usually there would only be a few." Some officials had already set up camp and used long cloth to build a tent. Even though the night was not as exposed as the summer days, one feared catching a cold. The Ji family had also built such a tent. Shen Miao was still walking outside but saw that Luaner was standing not far away and talking to a middle-aged male. She seemed to be pleading whiningly, but that male was unmoved, and afterwards Luaner was pulled up the horse carriage by others and escorted away by a group of guards. Most likely Luaner wanted to remain here, but that male did not allow it. Just as Shen Miao was about to leave, that male seemed to have felt Shen Miao's gaze and turned his head sharply and revealed a fierce face. His stature was like a bear and bloodthirst filled his aura as if he was very violent. He looked at Shen Miao with a sinister gaze. Bao Zhao said, "This is the master of the Lu family, General Lu Chunzhen." Shen Miao understood. This was Luaner's father and the military commander of the Lu family. Immediately her heart felt strange. Both were military commanders, but Shenzhen was heroic, but one did not look that violent like this person, who seemed to be unable to conceal the murderous intent in his heart. It was just like one was a naturally killing god. Shen Miao previously still felt strange that Lu Furan, Luaner and even consort Jing did not seem to be smart at all, so how did the Lu family maintain such a strong famous reputation? Now seeing Lu Chunzhen, she understood. With such a killing god, no wonder Emperor Yongle was unable to take action against the Lu family easily. For Lu Chunzhen to remain here, one did not know if he was waiting for a result in the Huafeng Peak or not. Shen Miao was pondering about it and her gaze moved away from Lu Chunzhen and she left. The Lu family remained here and Yi Furan also remained here. Yi Maokai had returned and was talking to Yu Furan. The Lu and Yi families were all present, and if something happened to Emperor Yongle, would the Lu and Yi families take the opportunity to make a rebellious move? Looking around, some high-ranking officers had already reached the tents and were talking to their Furans. They all treated this hunt as an interesting game and only wait for Emperor Yongle and Zi Jingxing to hunt a lion back to use as a sacrifice in the ceremony. Shen Miao stopped and looked towards the skies. The stars were quiet as the summer breeze blew onto her face. It was indeed refreshing, but in such a night, was it truly as calm as it was on the surface? Ji Furan called her, "Zhao Niang, it is cold outside, come into the tent first." Shen Miao smiled and went in. Master Ji was not in the tent as the high-ranking officials were in groups of 3s and 5s, sitting together and drinking. It was a rare leisure time, so how would one let this opportunity go? Ji Furan poured a hot cup of tea for Shen Miao. "Don't worry, nothing will happen to them. It is however if you catch a cold because of this and Jingxing, blame it to me. I cannot afford to bear it." Shen Miao laughed. He would not dare. After speaking, she thought about something and hesitated for a bit before finally asking, "It seemed that His Highness and the late Emperor's relationship is not good." Hearing it, Ji Furan was suddenly stunned. She smiled. Why suddenly ask about the late Emperor? Even though Ji Furan was concealing her very best, Shen Miao could feel the hate that flash in Ji Furan. Shen Miao had always been curious what kind of role the late emperor played in the courts of Longyi and in Xi Jingxing's and Emperor Yongli's lives. Since Ji Furan was sisters with a late empress, she would definitely have some knowledge of the late emperor. Could one be able to know some information relating to the late emperor from Ji Furan? Shen Miao did not conceal and said simply, "One heard His Highness mentioning it, but it was not said clearly, thus one's heart is somewhat curious." Ji Furan looked at her in amazement and immediately said, "One did not expect that he even tell this to you." She then smiled, "In the end, this is Jingxing's family matters and it would not be good if I tell you about it. In another day, you can ask Jingxing frankly about it and you will be able to know everything." This was indicating that she was unwilling to speak about it, but it was preciously Ji Furan's attitude that Shen Miao could confirm her conjecture. The late emperor indeed was somewhat opposed to the two brothers. Seeing Ji Furan's attitude, one thought that he also did not treat the late empress's maiden family well. As she was thinking in her heart about these matters, Ji Furan also fell into her deep thoughts and only reacted after a long time and said to Shen Miao, "Don't mention about these without any rhyme or reason. Zhou Niang, take a nap first. If they come back tomorrow morning and you waited till then one's body would be harmed." How could Shen Miao sleep at such a time? She only had thoughts in her mind. "I will sit here for a while since I cannot sleep anyways." Seeing her stubbornness, Ji Furan did not persuade more. After talking a while, Ji Furan herself became tired. She was not as young as Shen Miao and could not stay up late, thus she nodded off in the tent. Shen Miao covered her with her coat and sat in the tent. Who knew that one sitting would last the entire night? As the morning light slowly peeked out, the birds and beasts were heard from the distant forest. Master Ji was drinking with his colleagues yesterday and now had already woken up from the alcohol and headed towards the tent when he coincidentally saw Shen Miao coming out of it. Unknowingly Shen Miao smiled at him and said, "Yi Mu is not awake yet and is currently sleeping. May Yi Fu keep the noise down." Master Ji nodded his head and said to her, "You should go and eat something first." Shen Miao complied and walked out. Outside, there were some Furans that were awake and there were signs of fatigue on their expression. They were all people would be respected like gold and as noble as jade, thus it was difficult for them to stay in a tent. Those especially delicate ones would have gone back to their residence, and those who stays was only here to flatter Emperor Yongle or to experience a rare leisurely time. Hua Xiang brought over a bowl of porridge to Shen Miao. As Emperor Yongle was out, there were a few chefs from the palace that came and specially cooked for these female family members of the officials. As Shen Miao drank the porridge, she asked Ba Zhao, "Is there any information on His Highness?" Ba Zhao shook her head. Shen Miao looked away at the distance. The sun has already emerged from the mountain and in another shishan, 1 shishan equals 2 hours, the skies would be completely bright. Even if Xi Jingxing spend the night in the mountain, they should also return at this time. There was no precedent for hunting for 2 days in the mountains, even though they were not just only hunting. "Do you have any signal from Mo Yun army?" Shen Miao asked. "With regards to this matter, your master did not arrange with you that once the matter is successful, there would be any signals for indication?" Ba Zhao and Hua Xiang were startled and both of them looked at one another before shaking their heads together. Hua Xiang said, "Master did not inform us, 2 servants, of this arrangement." Shen Miao was helpless and could only say, "One do not know what is the situation now." She then looked out to the distance with a stretch and saw Yi Mao Kai and her head ached. Just as she was thinking, a familiar figure walked over from the other end. Shen Miao was startled and did not care about drinking the porridge anymore. She passed the bowl to Ba Zhao and quickly chased after the person. Ji Yushu asked, "What does Cao Cao mean?" Shen Miao frowned. "Aren't you together with Xi Jingxing?" Ji Yushu was very surprised. "No, I am at the outer fields as only the imperial family can enter the inner fields. Even though I am half a imperial family, but one is still not qualified at all." Shen Miao was shocked as she had thought that Ji Shuyu was here to help support Xi Jingxing. Now that Ji Yushu did not go, Could it be that only Zi Jingxing and Emperor Yongle was fighting alone? She said, tell me honestly, what does Zi Jingxing want to do this time? Ji Yushu rubbed his nose with grievance. Cao, you really ask the wrong person this time. Third older brother would not bring me along when he handled big matters, and the more dangerous a matter is, the more he would not let me touch it. When in Mingqi, I only manage Feng's Yan pawnshop matters and he would not allow me to intervene with other matters. In the hunting grounds yesterday, it was Jiao Yang that was with him. Third older brother would only bring Jiao Yang for any matters that even if I want to follow, third older brother would not allow. Jiao Yang? Shin Miao asked. Jiao Yang is also an official, so how can he go? Jiao Yang can go as third older brother's subordinate. Ji Yushu said. His has a quick brain and has medical knowledge, so if there is any matters, he would be able to help. Shen Miao's heart tightened. Jiao Yang has medical skills, so Zi Jingxing would bring him along with him. So could it be that the situation had become so dangerous? She then looked at Ji Yushu and she understood in her heart. Even though Zi Jingxing's mouth was bad, he was one who shielded his shortcomings. Ji Yushu was also his younger Biao brother, just like treating Su Mingfeng. The best way of protecting Ji Yushu was not to involve him, and perhaps it is also to protect the entire Ji family. Ji Yushu looked at Shen Miao's expression, and this time he became smarter and asked, Cao, has something happened to third older brother? Shen Miao said, no, I am just anxious that he have yet to return after so long. That cannot be. Ji Yushu was resolute and decisive when he spoke. Cao is not someone who does not know propriety. You are really too strange just now. Yesterday when I went to look for Jiao Yang was also very mysterious. Every time when they have something going on, they would be like that. It was still alright in Mingqi, but upon returning to Longyi, they are drawing the line clearer with me. Is it that he want to do something? Shen Miao looked at Ji Yushu's angry expression and sighed with sorrow. Zi Jingxing was already used to push the people around him away to take on everything himself, just like when in Mingqi, dealing with the Marquis of Linen, Princess Rongzin and Su Mingfeng. Now it was Ji Yushu's turn, but there were some things that was truly a blessing if one did not know of it. She said, apologies. I have no way of answering you because I too do not know what he wants to do. Only the imperial family people can enter the inner fields of the hunting ground. Could it be that there are dangers inside? Ji Yushu said, third older brother and the emperor are always so mysterious. Cao, you really don't know? Don't know what? Before Shen Miao could answer, a female voice was heard from behind, and it was Ji Furan who walked over. One did not know how much she had heard, but she looked at Ji Yushu before looking at Shen Miao again, and her expression became strange. She asked, what happened to Xingzi and Gingxing? What is the meaning of what you just said? Ji Furan originally wanted to call Shen Miao over to return to the capital with her, but who knew that she happened to see Shen Miao pulling Ji Yushu over. Ba Zhao and Hua Xiang were busy monitoring Lu Junjing and Yi Mao Ke, and thus were not vigilant of Ji Furan, and thus Ji Furan had heard the conversation between Shen Miao and Ji Yushu. Ji Yushu said, Mother, it is nothing. I am only joking with Cao. Don't fool your mother. Ji Furan looked at Ji Yushu and said angrily, at the beginning one let you go and look for Jingxing in Mingqi, you went and did not return, and one did not know what you did in Mingqi. I do not care what you do since you are the young master of the Ji family. I ask you, what exactly do you know and why do you say those words? Are Jingxing and Xingzi in danger? Ji Yushu was at a loss for words with his mother and looked at Shen Miao for help. Shen Miao quickly said, Yi Mu, you have misunderstood. I am only joking with Ji Yushu. It is just that His Highness has not returned yet till now, thus one's heart is a little anxious and ask Yushu about it. Yushu does not know anything about it, and it was me that has thought too much. Yi Mu mustn't blame him. Ji Furan looked at Shen Miao again and her gaze was a little strict. Zhao Niang, this matter is not trivial. Just as she was speaking, Ba Zhao suddenly ran over and did not care about Ji Furan's presence. Furan, They have returned. The emperor has descended from the mountain. Ji Yushu was like he had gained an amnesty and quickly said to Ji Furen, "You see, I said that nothing happened to third older brother." "Mother, don't think too much. Let's go. Let go and take a look at the lion that third older brother and the emperor hunted." When Shen Miao heard that Emperor Yongle and entourage had returned, she sighed with relief and smiled towards Ji Furen. "Let us go over." Ji Furen wanted to say more, but after glancing at Shen Miao's calm expression, she swallowed back down and let Shen Miao pull her over. One then saw that a group of Imperial army walked out of the outer fields and was headed by Emperor Yongle, but the strangest thing was that Emperor Yongle did not ride the horse but walked out personally. Those with sharp eyesight would be able to see that there were a bit of blood at the sword on Emperor Yongle's waist. But this was an Imperial hunt, and even though it was said that the Emperor would personally hunt, it was a beast, thus how would one let the monarch head towards danger? It would be the guards that would aim with arrows with the emperor instructions. The meaning of it was that Emperor Yongle personally shot it. Emperor Yongle's expression was the same and one could not see if he was happy or angry. Consort Jing had been waiting in the luxurious tent for a long time and immediately greeted delicately and sweetly, "Your Majesty finally came out." Chenki had been waiting here an entire night. That one eyes are red already. Emperor Yongle only looked at her blandly and did not speak. Shen Miao saw it clearly that Yi Maokai's expression was as usual, but Lu Chunjing's expression was somewhat hazy. The Imperial army behind pulled out something from behind the horses and threw it down in front with a thud, causing the females around to exclaim in shock. That thing was none other than a corpse of a lion that was filled with blood on its head, and countless of arrows were shot into its upper abdomen. It looked like it was a fierce battle. Immediately there were officials that were flattering and came out to congratulate. "Your Majesty is wise and divine. It is the blessing of our great Liang." Everyone followed suit and went along the words and knelt down to sing praises. Shen Miao also got down to her knees and Emperor Yongle gestured for everyone to get up. But Shen Miao did not see Zi Jingxing's figure at all. After everyone got up, Lu Chunjing suddenly spoke, "Your Majesty, why do one only see His Majesty only and not see His Highness the Prince of First Rank?" Everyone then seemed to remember that Prince Ru of First Rank was not present. Emperor Yongle stared at Lu Chunjing and his gaze was as cold as ice. "Prince Ru of First Rank is injured and has returned to the city for treatment." Everyone was in an uproar.